Nothing is so fatiguing as the endless hanging on of an uncompleted task. So said William James, who is often called the forefather of American psychology. And yeah, it's kind of true, right? The more that you put something off, the more it drags on, the more draining it becomes. Now, why is that? And what was the substance behind what Mr. James was talking about? When a task is uncompleted, for me, what that means is that there is a conflict between the will and the rest of you, okay? The will and the imagination, the will and your subconscious thoughts, the will and your fixed ideas, the will and the rest of you, okay? There is a well-used phrase in hypnosis, which is when there is a conflict between your imagination and your willpower, imagination always wins. And indeed, anecdotally, that is the case. There is an argument to say, therefore, get your imagination on your side as well as your willpower so that you can compound your will. But we won't go into that in this video. Let's consider the possibility then that your willpower says, I want to get this done, but the rest of you, your imagination and your gut response or your heart, or whatever it may be, thinks differently. Okay, so therefore it endlessly drags on. What do you do? Well, for a start off, I think you should name it. Yeah, let's start from the basis of, I observe that for whatever reason, I'm not getting this done. What's going on, right? Dive inside. If you want, you close your eyes and you kind of find the feeling inside of you that is reluctant to get this done and let it speak, let it express, let it breathe. Say thank you to it for whatever it is that it's doing and work it out. What are its needs? Does it have a deeper form of goal and this kind of limiting thing, this self-sabotaging approach, actually isn't really what it's there for, but it just kind of has come to the belief that in doing so, you'll be better for it. You know, you might also want to ask it how old it thinks you are. I know that sounds a little bit strange because this is all going on inside of your head. But if you can disassociate from this feeling, okay, so find the feeling inside of you that says, I'm not too sure about getting this done, okay? Identify it, locate it. You know, where in particular is this in my body? Find it. Does it have a color? Does it have a shape? Does it have a temperature? Is it moving? Is it still? Is it rough? Is it smooth? Does it have a texture? Does it have a name, right? Kind of give it a physical embodiment and put that out in front of you so that you can discuss with it as if it was another external thing. Speak as it. I am the feeling, right? And my purpose is. Have this conversation. Have a bit of a two-way conversation. Maybe find the part of you where the willpower is also located. Put that one out there as well. Give that a name, a shape, a color, a temperature, a texture, whatever you may feel. Put that out and let the two of them have a little chat between the two of them, you know. And you might be there from time to time dropping oil. You know, would it be fair to say that the two of you actually probably have similar aims in mind, or whatever it may be, but just see what emerges. Because for me, the way that you resolve internal conflicts, especially ones between your conscious mind and the rest of you, your subconscious mind, you can't resolve those consciously. You need to give air to your feelings and welcome them, yeah? Lean into them, see what they have to say. Thank them for whatever it is that they're trying to aim. Explain to them that you're an adult, right? That you have many options and that perhaps that response isn't the best anymore. If that all sounds a little bit strange, and I appreciate it can sound a little bit schizophrenic. Rather than trying to intellectualize it, Just try and experience it. And if that's too complicated, well, that is my job, right? That's how I'm trying to help people to get out from the conscious ruminating that they're doing and get them thinking in other ways, get them doing in other ways. If you can do something in a different way to the way that you've been doing it before, well, hey, you have the possibility of ending up with a different result from the one which you've been criticizing. Yeah, one of the definitions of insanity is doing the same thing you did before and expecting a different result. So we have to get out of that. How do you get out of that? By changing your story. How do you change your story? By experiencing something different. Okay, so even though it sounds a bit weird, maybe give it a go. All right. Thanks for watching. If that's of interest, let me know. If it all sounds a little bit strange, that's okay. Let me know. And if you want to guide me as to what other things might be of interest to you, feel free. And I'm happy then to comment on those things. Thanks for watching.